Hey guys, welcome back to Exploratoria. Today we're going to talk about the best drinks available on the Disney Treasure. Well, in my opinion anyway. Let's start it off with drinks in the main dining rooms. First up, there was Plaza de Coco. The first night on board, I got the Batanga. It was pretty much a mezcal and Mexican Coke with a salted rim and a candy like soda bottle floating around. I enjoyed it, but I thought the candy was unnecessary. The second night at Coco, I actually brought in a drink from outside, so I didn't order one during dinner. And our final night at Coco was actually Christmas Day, so we had a special menu, and I'm not sure if the drink we got will be on the regular menu, but it was really good. It was a non-alcoholic drink called the Sparkly Sparkle. Its base was the Cloudium Rosé, and then it also had Sprite and coconut in it. It was really good. I would say this was the best drink at Coco, but it was a specialty drink that I'm not sure is coming back, so I'll have to give the Batanga the win in this venue. Next, let's go over to 1923. I only had one drink in this venue that was worth mentioning, and it was the Old Fashioned. It was delicious and exactly what I needed it to be. I did order another non-alcoholic drink on the second day we're in the restaurant, but what came out was something completely different from what I ordered, and it just wasn't good at all. So I'm going to give the Old Fashioned the blue ribbon for this venue. For the last of the main dining rooms, we have Worlds of Marvel. Now, we tried a few different drinks at this venue, and we enjoyed them all. Jordan actually had a smoothie that came inside one of the Quantum Core sippers that you get to take home, and it was pretty good. Claudia had a drink called the Most Dangerous Drink in the Galaxy. She wasn't like super impressed with it though. I had the Wakanda Tasting Lab. So it's a trio of 3 different cocktails that all have their own unique flavor profile. Some were really strong and some went down super smooth. I really enjoyed this tasting experience and would definitely recommend it as a drink at this restaurant, even though it's like 3, but I recommend it as the one you get. Now let's move on to the bars around the ship. We had some time to slip away to the adults only area while Jordan was at the Oceaneers Club, so we tried some of the drinks at Currents. Claudia got the Amazonia Fizz, which had Hendrick's Amazonia Gin, pineapple, lime, agave, and tonic. And it came with a candy frog that looked like it was sitting on a lily pad. Claudia thought it was delicious and she really enjoyed it. I had the Infinity Swirl, which had 2 different types of rum, strawberry, pina colada, and Dole Whip in it. The top Dole Whip layer was the best part of the drink, but as it melted and I got through that top layer, I started liking the drink less and less. So the best drink at Currents has to go to the Amazonia Fizz. Next, let's talk about Skipper Society. They have a pretty wide menu, and I wish I would have tried more of the drinks, but after my first visit, I was a bit weary of this bar. The first drink I ordered was the Skipper Sipper. It consisted of aged rum, bourbon, Kahlua lime, vanilla, cinnamon, and honey. This could have easily been my favorite drink on board, had it not been for an incident that deterred me from ever ordering it again. It was delicious, really easy to sip, and super refreshing. The second drink I got was the Safari So Good. This was a blended drink that had rum, an horchata liqueur, banana, coconut, and cream. I got this drink a couple times throughout the cruise, but it was never as good as that very first one. Like, they were always like watered down after that. I don't know why. Now, it was as I was sipping this second drink that I noticed something that put me off from ordering much from this bar. The Skipper Sipper apparently is a pre-made drink that's made in big batches and stored in the cooler underneath the bar. So I was watching the bartender make this drink and whip up, a new batch. He was tasting it. Okay, now normally bartenders, they'll use a straw, they'll like put their finger over the straw, pull it out, taste it from there, and then throw the straw away, right? And that straw is never used again. Well, this guy was using a spoon to dip into the batch, then pouring a little bit on his hand and licking it off his hand to taste. But the problem with that is that he was putting the spoon then back in, getting more and putting it back on that same exact spot on his hand that he was licking. Not only that, but he never washed his hands and just went on making other drinks. Needless to say, this really grossed me out, and I never ordered a Skipper Sipper or a drink from that particular bartender again while I was on board. And because of this, the winner at Skipper Society is anything but the Skipper Sipper. All right. The next spot we had drinks from was HeiHei Café. This spot mainly specialized in coffee, but they did have some cocktails on the menu as well. And let me tell you, this turned out to be one of my favorite spots to grab a drink while on board. The bartenders / baristas were all super nice and made some great drinks. Claudia had them make a twist on their pistachio latte, subbing whole milk for their non-dairy, and it became her favorite coffee on board. I, on the other hand, stuck to the cocktail list and drank way too many brew fashions. They're amazing, and they became my go-to drink for the cruise. It's a super smooth iced coffee, chocolate, and delicious bourbon. What more could you want, right? Next, let's talk about the Scat Cat Lounge. This was probably my least favorite of all the lounges. Claudia stuck with a glass of Moscato because she was kind of like in a dessert wine, sweet wine type of mood. I was also looking for something sweet and decided to go with the grape jam. I was gonna get the cat's meow, but decided against spending $130 on a take-home glass featuring a creepy cat. The grape jam had peanut butter whiskey, rye, and of course grape jam. And on top of it was half of an Uncrustable for some reason. But honestly, that was probably the best part of the drink. As far as this lounge is concerned, I'll probably just stick with wine if I ever go back. The last place we checked out for drinks was the Haunted Mansion Parlor. So based on atmosphere alone, this was arguably the best spot on the ship. I could have stayed in there all day watching the paintings come to life and seeing Madame Leo to do her thing. It was laid back but entertaining at the same time, and the staff was super friendly and accommodating. We really enjoyed solving the riddle to find the secret drink on the menu. Of course, that was the first thing we wanted to try, right? But we went to order it and they told us they were out of glasses currently. They were like all being used, so we had to wait. Kind of funny. I've never had to be on a wait list for a drink before, but we decided to try out the chilling challenge while we waited. And man, were we glad we did. The whole show involved with ordering the $20 drink was really cool. And each time you order one, you get a different hidden image on top. The drink consisted of tequila, Cointreau, blood orange, sour cherry, lime, and a salt air foam. It was kind of tart, but it was super refreshing. When we ordered it for the first time, we were wondering how they got the drink to be such like a dark, muddy gray color. What we came to find out later is that you can't trust your eyes at the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Due to the lighting in there, the colors were completely different. When I went back later to get a couple of the chilling challenges to take out and walk around the ship and sip on, I was super shocked to walk out and find out that they were actually a bright pink color, which you couldn't see while you were in the lounge. Anyway, after we finished our chilling challenge, I decided to grab one of those Hatbox Ghost Sippers. The sipper itself doesn't come with a drink inside, it just comes with a soda of your choice, but I thought it was really cool, so I had to get one. And then finally, it was our turn to try out that hidden drink on the menu that we found. It was called The Spirits Have Been Released, and it was a $30 experience that's meant for 2 people. And it came with 2 completely different cocktails. The drinks weren't bad, but they weren't really our favorites. The real highlight was the glass and the stand that they were served on. I really wanted to get one to take home, but they said that they weren't for sale, sadly. I also tried the Regions Beyond, which was like a creamy raspberry bubblegum flavored drink with a candy eyeball. It wasn't too bad, but one was enough, if you know what I mean. Jordan tried out the non-alcoholic Ghoulish Delight, which was like a ube flavored drink, and it's probably the best non-alcoholic drink on the ship, in my opinion. Though everything was good, I'd have to give the Chilling Challenge the winner for the best drink in the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It was good enough for us to have multiple, even at that steep $20 price tag. So I told you in the beginning of this video that I would be giving you the best drink on the Disney Treasure. And in my opinion, out of all the drinks that I tried, the very best that I kept going back for time and time again, despite it probably permanently messing up my circadian cycle, was the Brew Fashion from HeiHei Café. I could always count on this drink being delicious, and it's a really great sipper. Honestly, if not for the price and having to wait in a crowded bar, I probably would have given the title to Chilling Challenge in the Haunted Mansion. But the $7 cheaper price and the super easy walk up and order experience gave the Brew Fashion just that little nudge to come out on top. Well, I hope you guys like this video and it helps you find your favorite drinks on board the Treasure. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe so you can come along our adventures aboard this beautiful Disney ship and all the rest of the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.